Hey, test, 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 test. Raúl! Raúl! Cool. It works? Hey, I got my mic set up. I don't really feel like setting up my camera unless you really want to see my face. It might, I don't know, sometimes a smile can really help someone. So I'm gonna make the effort to give you a human-friendly smile today. If that, you know, because sometimes people... Your computer might be the only thing you have today. So, it's possible. There might be people who are gonna watch this video who haven't seen a face ever in their life. Like a cat. Or a baby. It is beautiful, and this is why being a professional content creator is actually beneficial to society, and why, like, I should be praised for what I do. I'm just in my PJs though. I need to like I'm still in my pajamas. And I'm like not wearing a bra, but I'm wearing my pajama shirt so I don't have to wear a bra. It's kind of like a sweatshirt. It fell off. Everything fell. I dropped everything. Fuck. Well, it's okay. I'm just gonna pick it up. All you gotta do is pick it up, and you know you might have to move your monitor around. Hope nothing broke, you know. My monitor didn't break. If my monitor braked, if my monitor broke, I'd be pissed. I have a I have a third monitor too. I have a backup monitor. So if I accidentally break my monitor, which is not gonna happen, but if it actually happens, like an earthquake happens and like it falls and hits like a giant spike or something, I don't know, like this isn't Sonic the Hedgehog. There aren't just spikes randomly strewn out across the world, okay? Like, that's not how real life works. Oh wait, there are, like, dangers out in the world. So maybe I'm correct in assuming that I should be vigilant and be aware of my surroundings. And I actually have a superpower. If I can use it instead of like using it for things that are gonna hurt me, like droning endlessly on about my personal life on the internet, just doing more harm than good. But I think it's actually no, I don't think that's true at all. I don't think it's true at all. I don't think it's harmful. If anything, it's opening things up for me so that I can actually make changes to myself. And hopefully inspire others to make changes within their selves. Okay, camera is almost set up. I'll stop being lazy, okay? And I'm actually gonna put a bra on. Give me a second. As long as you're willing to wait, Stink Nugget. If you've already left, then all this was wasted. It's usually why, you know, I usually go on a case-by-case basis. But if I'm gonna spend all this time talking about it, I should just do it. Or I could talk about it for 3 hours. Let's do that. That's free content. No, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna put a bra on and turn on the camera. have like a kind of long sleeve shirt that shows a little bit of my shoulder. I kind of like that one. I don't usually wear it. It's not super, it has like a little bit of an itchiness. I got it on Amazon, okay? What do you expect? I mean, it's good, but like, you know, it's just generic. Just get it over with. Yeah, I got everything out of the way before I got famous. Get all that parasocial shit out of the way so that when you do start to get stuff to work out, I'm not famous yet, by the way, so what I'm saying is the process, right? I've seen it happen to so many celebrities. Is they try to keep this perfect image of themselves. But if you get rid of that from the beginning, then everything that you've built is gonna last. Like Trainwreck, I think, is like a good example because he's talked about this before. Trainwreck, if you build like actual organic followers who support you for who you are and for what you stand for, that shit lasts for life, pretty much. You have to go really bad with your community to fuck that up. You have to like do a crypto scam or some shit like that. Hey, how much do you want to bet that Ice Poseidon actually made all this shit up and that he's actually like gonna take our HRT and get like surgery and have a vagina? What if that's going on with Ice Poseidon? Has anybody thought about that? I mean, maybe I'm gonna be humbled. Maybe I'm gonna be humbled, but I'm pretty damn sure that Thailand, especially Bangkok, is not gonna put someone in prison for wearing women's clothes and giving someone a lap dance. Out of every place in the world. Maybe I'm naive. I'll be humbled if this turns out to be true. But Jesus fucking Christ, you're gonna expect? Is Twitch that dumb? Is Twitch chat? Am I underestimating the stupidity of Twitch? Am I crazy? Or does this seem like something Ice Poseidon made up so that he can take 5 years off and just live in peace? Because Thailand, of all places, I don't know. Maybe I don't know all the details. I don't know what happened. I just know I saw a picture, and I'm like, if that's the picture, like that happens in Thailand all the fucking time. I don't like people fucking getting naked and shit, right? Like prostitution. Like, and this is their term. I don't particularly, I don't like it when people call me this, but people use trans women over there. It's actually, you know, trans women in Thailand like prefer to be called ladyboys, apparently, from the few women I've talked to. But I don't like being called a ladyboy because I'm not like an SH person. You know what I mean? I'm you know, why am I treated differently than any other woman? That's how I don't see myself as a trans person. I see myself as a woman. I don't like carrying around a trans flag everywhere I go on like an armband on my. Why am I not plugging in the camera? Free content. Oh, I can't find the plug. I'm looking for it. There she be. Oops. Wrong direction. One direction. All directions. Boners. Why are we talking about boners? Oh, because it's my stream. I like boners. Hey, do you see me? Do you see me? Oh, wait, that's not how it works. Do you? Yeah, it's not a microphone. I can't just say testing. I have to test it a different way. One step at a time. Yes. Neither am I. Yeah, we're not famous, so it doesn't really matter. In fact, I really think the goal is to be famous without being famous. And I think Canute's a good example. Because I've been seeing Canute doing IRL streaming. He's not going around saying like, hey, I'm a famous streamer, you gotta pay attention to me. because I have money. Like, he's not doing that, right? Not that there'd be anything wrong with that. I mean, that's just reality. That's just showing it how it is. Why pretend that you're like, you know, but Canute can be like King John. Like the Arthur, not Kim Jong. No, King John. Like the Shakespeare play. Let me plug in my camera. I gotta plug it in. And it's gotta get turned on. You gotta turn on your camera. You gotta sing it like a sonnet. I mean, a ballad. And you gotta buy it a dinner. You gotta turn your camera on. You gotta like tease it a little bit. Wiggle the cable around a little bit. Sometimes the cable is broken. You gotta wiggle it a bit before it. Oh god. See, it keeps doing that. And what I do, see, here's what you gotta do. I gotta close this EOS utility. Turn off the camera first. And then turn on the camera now that that's closed. I'll quit it. Now turn on the camera. And then it should work. And I need to plug in the thing. The light. Hey. Wow, I gotta put my ring light on. How are you doing? What are we doing today? We're playing some Against All Odds. Usually how I start my stream is I kind of just start doing what I wanted to be doing and then kind of go from there. I gotta set up my lighting because it sucks. And you know, I finally developed a standardized location for the USB cable for the ring light. Instead of trying to guess every single time where the hell it is. Like a dumbass. I am a streamer who's not even successful, which is every streamer. But I am a streamer who like figured out some shit that I've noticed that pitfalls that a lot of small streamers get into. And I'm not doing the shit they're doing because they can't seem to handle the shit I can handle. They can't seem to handle the heat. I can handle the heat. In fact, I was born in flames because I'm a phoenix. I always get reborn. Okay, you're not gonna lose me. I'm always gonna come back. I'm not a cockroach, I'm a phoenix. You know, I'm prettier. Phoenixes are prettier than cockroaches. But they're basically the same. Like, why there's so much hate for cockroaches? Jesus Christ. All these cockroaches, what, they look ugly? Yeah, it says you. Like, cockroaches think they're beautiful. They like, why? Why would you do this? What is this? Like, what is this? I need a stylist. No, I need to actually figure it out myself. I have, like, some... I need to learn how to do makeup. We can do makeup today before we start the stream. I can actually do that. I need to wash my face first. If you're willing to wait. Or we could just get back to the game. You know, I already put a bra on. What more do you want? You know? It's like, you got my face, now you want more? Like, what the hell, dude? What happened to my keyboard? Why is it not working? What's going on? Did I unplug the keyboard? Yes, I did. It was only partially plugged in. What is going on today? Today's Friday. Today's Friday. Is July 7th, I think, right? July 7th. On a Friday. You gotta jimmy it? What are we even talking about? Jimmy! I don't know Jimmy. I do know a Jimmy, actually. But not the Jimmy that everyone knows on the internet. It's a different Jimmy. I don't know Mr. Beast, okay? So don't, you know, I'm gonna... If you think I know Mr. Beast, I'm gonna like break that. I hate to break it to you, I don't. So don't expect me to get you in contact with Mr. Beast. But if you, otherwise, you know, 90% of chat left. Okay, now that we got the real viewers, let's go. Yeah, I mean, if you, I don't know. It's like some people, you know, I don't know. I don't have a problem with people trying to get something from me. That's the nature of the business, but don't lie to me. I'm not gonna like pry it from you, but if there's a reason, there's a reason. But don't lie to me. NDA is different. Don't lie to me. Especially not to my face. Never lie to my face. Unless you're under NDA, that's different. So if you lie to me in my face, I'm going to assume that it's not NDA or that you broke contract. So. Hey, I'm pretty chill. It's just you don't want to fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. I am not the one with whom to fuck. Name the movie, Stink Nugget. Name the movie. I'll give you $1 if you name the movie. I will. I mean it. You got a Cash App. If you name the movie that's quoted from, you could cheat, obviously, but that you earned it. It cost you $1. And in fact, it costs less to actually Google it. So you actually make profit. It doesn't cost you $1 to Google it. It costs you like 0.03 cents of like opportunity cost. No, even less than that, probably. 0.00003 cents is what it costs to Google. The Wire? Nope. Oh, no, that was the previous... that was a previous comment. That was a previous comment, okay? Like... That wasn't the answer. So you still have one. You still have. Use your chance wisely. otherwise you lose the opportunity to make $1. So you better get it right the first time. Oh, I didn't say that. I didn't clarify that. The first one to get it on their first guess. It has to be your first guess. If it's not your first guess, you don't get $1. But there's gonna be future dollars. The emotes kind of work because they only happen when you accidentally hit them, which makes sense. It actually makes it look more natural that way, because that's when they would naturally happen. That's actually kind of cool. The emotes only happen when you either purposely do them, obviously, but like pretty much if you just don't think about it and you just only wait until you accidentally hit them, that would be the reasonable, logical place where you would use an emote without overdoing it. You don't know? Well, it's from Alien Resurrection. I am not the one with whom to fuck. It's like the best line ever. Like that movie, some people didn't like it. Alien 4? You gotta watch it. You gotta watch all the Alien movies. So, Alien, Aliens. Aliens. Ancient aliens. It's aliens. Ancient aliens are the reason why I started streaming, okay? So you got to think about it. If you time traveled from the future and you knew exactly what Rebecca needed to do to actually make her life the most beautiful life possible, then that means that it already happened. So the aliens are actually us. What if I went back in time to manipulate that means I have to do it. Fuck. Well, that means that I have to work towards becoming the kind of person who can do that like that. Like it has to be just like a light switch. So that means I have to become that person. I have to become the person who can do that without being stressed out like I am. Because obviously I wouldn't want to do it so I have to create the person that would be able to do that. Which would be like, hey, I need to go back in time and help myself achieve this. Okay, flip light switch. Okay, the internet did it. Okay, let's go. And then I just keep streaming. Like I just keep playing the game. Like I'm just like flip. Okay, cool. Now I am professional. All I had to do was flip a light switch, but that light switch took like 5 years to make. Makes sense, right? Kind of makes sense. Not really. I don't know. I don't know anything ever. Although I do apparently know how to measure things. I can measure your worth as a human being. It's not what you mean to me. It's what you mean as a human, which is you mean a whole lot. So I accept people on a fundamental level from the start. If you don't accept people from the fundamental level at the start, how are you supposed to even talk to them? You have to actually respect someone enough to be able to like, hey, like this, I don't like this person or whatever, but at least this person is like a person, and I respect that person as a human being who's capable of change. And if they can't change, well then this doesn't mean I'm gonna let people walk all over me, because I don't. It's taken my whole life to figure that one out. I will not let someone walk all over me unless I want them to walk on me. And I really want them to walk on me. Hopefully I get to like kind of control how they walk on me, but not really. But kinda. I can kind of set my narrative. I don't know, it's like I feel like it's a give and take. You can't really control what other people think about you. But what you can do is you can say, hey, like, certain people aren't gonna like me and that's okay. I'm not gonna delete a video just because it has more dislikes than likes. Because if you delete it because of that, well, what about the people who liked it? So it's like this whole thing of like, you're alienating your entire actual community by only catering to the people who don't like things. If they don't like it, they don't have to watch. Like, what about the people who just support you? They're the ones who matter. And so I don't know, the people in my life who actually support me are the ones that I've like, in the past, I've mistreated so many times. So it's like, why did I do that? Like, why did I alienate all the people who actually cared about me? And it's like, I'm trying to make amends in my life now. It's really hard. I don't think they blame me. I'm not going to get too far into this because it involves other people, but I don't think they can blame me. They know what I'm facing, like, you know, in life. Like, I have a whole lot going against me. I have a whole lot going for me, though. So, there's that. Yeah, I have a whole lot going for me. I could be a lot worse off. I could have been who I was 4 years ago, completely living in denial, refusing to do the hard work of what I'm doing now. And this goes beyond transitioning. This goes beyond trying to build some kind of like messed up, fucked up career that nobody should want. But it's not about wanting. It's about reality. I am a star. Okay? It's not about reality. That's not what entertainment world is. The performance arts world is not based on reality. If it was, nobody would want to watch it. Do you understand? It's not, I mean, it has a reality. That's not what I'm saying. The performance art world has a reality, but it is not the same reality as the person who like goes to law school or medical school or STEM in any way. STEM is a completely different world, and it is probably even more cutthroat. It's literally cutthroat. If you're a doctor, you have to like do a thing. No, I mean, it's like so competitive. I cannot possibly compete in that world. I am telling you that right now. I cannot go to medical school. I cannot do a residency. I am not the good doctor. Okay, I'm autistic, but that doesn't mean that's not the moral of the story. Do you understand? The moral of the story, it's symbolic. Obviously, there are, you know, his literal character is, and people like that, because there are people on the spectrum who are surgeons. In fact, you probably want an autistic doctor, because an autistic doctor is going to be thriving in a surgical operating room. But if they got to that position, they deserve it. So it's not even a question. There's no like feel good marketing. There's no like PC culture or whatever people call woke culture. Like, oh, we need to hire an autistic doctor. No, it's because it's based on like performance. Because literal lives are on the line. So if somebody gets the job, they are qualified. And so when people start questioning doctors who are like, hey, I think you should stop drinking because you have cancer or something like that. I don't know, like, or like, you know, I don't know, whatever it is. Then maybe you should stop drinking. Alcohol, you know, is bad. Like smoking is bad too. Vaping weed is actually bad too, but I have the go ahead, you know. I'm very like very good at regulating. I know when to quit, and I am quitting. I have a planned quit, cold turkey if needed be. But I'm right now I'm in a downward, not a downward. Right now I'm in a slow like weaning off because I was using like vape cartridges. Those are like 90% THC. So now I'm just like getting flour and vaping it with a vaporizer. And it's like, you know, like 25% THC. And it's like a lot less. And I can control the dosage a lot better too. So, it's bad because then you have to like, vaping is still not good for you. You know, people are like, vaporizing weed is obviously better than like using a pipe with a lighter. But so is a bong with ice in it. In fact, I think like a bong with ice in it would probably be even better, you know, than a vaporizer. But honestly, vaporizer is more convenient. And also I can make edibles. Well, I can't, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, I don't know who you are. I don't know how old you are or what the laws are in your country or whatever. Yeah, you can use a beeswax, or you can use one of those you can use one of those they call it, like, they do a dab, and they do like a little ceramic like dab thing, and you like kind of torch it up. It feels like you're smoking crack, and I don't like that. The preparation and the mental part of it is just as important, if not more important to me. I don't want to feel like a crackhead. And so anytime that I ingest some kind of substance into my body, I don't want to feel like I'm some homeless crackhead that's like in a tent like smoking meth or whatever. I don't want to feel like that. That feels gross to me. It should. If it doesn't, I'm not going to judge. But I mean, you should want more out of your life than like throwing it away. But there's nothing I can do to change that. I can't force somebody to change their habits. You can't, and the thing about people you love, especially like family members or whatever, you want them to quit drinking, but you know, their doctor tells them to, their medication tells them not to, but this person just, I guess, just wants to keep drinking. But you know, it's not my job. I'm not that person. A person lives the life that they want to live. I don't know. I learned a lot from Asmongold's. Because there's just certain realities in the world, such as like, you just can't change an alcoholic. An alcoholic is going to be an alcoholic. Okay, you can be there to support them when they're ready to change, but you can't make them change. And also, you shouldn't want them to, because that's like, I don't know, it's just really complicated. Like, why would you're not living that person's life. So like, why would you feel like you have any say in how they should live theirs, where you literally don't even know all the information that person, obviously stuff, there's objective facts. Like if someone's like committing crimes and like drinking alcohol and shit, and it's killing them, that's just a fact of life. Like that's living in denial. Which means, you know, if you know, I'm like, you know, I basically told him straight up. I told my dad, I was like, hey, like, if you're gonna do that, don't lie to me. Like, don't tell me that, like, oh, it's actually good for me to drink. Like, no, it's not. You're like, oh, it's the only thing that helps with the pain. No, it doesn't. And it's making it worse. And you know it. And if you're gonna lie to me, like, I don't care, but, like, you're lying to yourself. That's crazy. Like, why would you do this? Why would you do that to yourself? Why would I do whatever I do I have no idea because I'm just living life one moment at a time and I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on just like anyone else. And maybe some people think I'm extreme, but it's not extreme to me. It's normal to me. Everything that I do on a day-to-day basis, it's pretty normal to me. I'm trying to like improve things because certain things I do want to change about me, and it's usually the things that people tell me to change. Because it's not because they tell me to change, it's because, you know, don't you think that, like, things take time to work on? We're almost the same age. I'm 35, and I'm not old. And it's funny when people get 30, they think they're old. Like, their life's over. And it's like, no, it's because you made your success when you were young, and so now you don't know who you are now that you're getting older. And I think a lot of the successful streamers are starting to get there because now they're in their 30s. Or approaching 30. And once you get into your 30s, it's not being 30 that does it, but usually you kind of have to make some hard choices in your life. Because you're not who you were when you were 20 or whatever. Like usually people in their early 20s, not just streamers, people in their like early 20s, like you went to college and you got a good paying job, but now you're like been in the industry for a while, like you're maybe you've moved around a bit, and maybe there's a whole bunch of oh, that hurts. But maybe there's been like a whole bunch of like young people that are coming in, people who are fresh and who are, you know, more knowledgeable, you know, everything's fresh, you know, they're young and competitive. But you've been in the field for like way longer, and so maybe it's time to like change up some things. Like you don't have to quit, retire, but maybe change up your direction that you're going with your career. Ooh, nice. Barely, almost didn't make it. You're 36? Yeah, I mean, age is just a number, you know. Above 18. I need to make that very clear, okay? Above 18, everything is just, I mean, 18 and older. And obviously some countries say 16. I don't fucking care. In fact, I even think 21 is too young. I'm telling you right now, I do not want to pursue any kind of relationships with anyone younger than 25. And even then, that's a big if. That person has to be very ambitious. That person has to, ooh, 89K. That person, ooh, no. I still haven't gotten 200 though. So it caps. Oh, at least I got the daily. I mean, this can keep going up apparently. I mean, I don't know. I need to farm cash because I want to get all my legendaries. And I still need to get these shoes. And then I need to refresh the shop. Or what do you know? Does anyone know what time the daily stores refresh? Oh, it literally says it right here. I'm stupid. Yeah, so we have 6 hours to farm 9K, 8K. So we're farming 8K across 6 hours. So we're probably gonna have to use a couple golden saws to refresh because we're probably gonna get this before 6.5 hours. In fact, I have about 2 hours right now for the stream. So I have about 2 hours. So I think I can farm the next legendary in this stream. So I'm gonna use up a golden saw. I'm gonna use up a golden saw after I get the shoes. Yeah, cool. All right, thanks for stopping by. If you're here later, just always speak up. I usually go moment by moment. I do my own thing, and then the people in chat are the ones who matter. I've never looked at view count, because I already know it's like 0. But it's not 0, because the people in chat are the ones who matter. But I don't let chat walk all over me, so never think that just because you're here and nobody else is. Like, there's people here that, like, I'm not accusing you of being one of these people, but how come I didn't mod you? There's been people here. I have been debated. I had a user named Boko Yolo, and I would call that user Boko Yoro, like Baka Yoro. It sounded like Baka Yoro, but it was like Boko Yolo. Like Boko, like Chocobo, like BOCO. So there was a person named Boko Yolo, and one time we were playing a game, and I went to the AFK for like 5 minutes just to chair stream. And when I came back, that person was spamming like tons of like transphobic slurs. I'm guessing, I mean, I really hope that person never did like a ban appeal, so. And I think, or no, I think, but I don't know what happened. But that person could have like used an excuse, but that person never came back, so I was like, whatever. Vini Clara. Oh, I got second place. Yeah, thanks for being here. I really like, you know, obviously I need to be less lazy, and more creative, but I'm gonna be real with you. Did I accidentally grab myself? Fuck. Oh no, I was, you know, over here. Yeah, see, like, this is, okay, so, something you need to understand. You make some mistakes when you're transitioning your body from masculinity to femininity with, like, actual, hormonal changes. It changes things, a lot. It changes your scent. In fact, my scent turns me on. Which is awesome. And I know there's weirdos that say like, oh, that's not being trans, that's autogynephilic. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that would make any woman who's attracted to her own body autogynephilic, and any man who's attracted to his body autoandrophilic. So, isn't that just called sexuality? Like, So, isn't that just called like a sexual health? Like a libido or whatever? Isn't that just normal? I think part of being a man or a woman is accepting your sexuality, and your body is a huge part of that. And so if a body part grossly misaligns with those sexual needs, then you should probably change it to what will satisfy you. Because why would you just want to live in pain for the rest of your life? When you can just change it. When it's been being researched since the 1930s, you know? Anyway. I'll have Hassan or Destiny talk about that. I don't really want to talk about it because I've talked about it a billion times and I've read about it a billion times. I just want to play some fucking Against All Odds. I literally just want to chat and do crazy performance art shit. I want to, you know, that's why I'm taking a dance class. It's not about performance art. It's about why I started being an artist in the first place. When I was a child, there were no delusions of like, oh, you have to have a career, you have to make money. When you're a child, you just want to do the thing. I saw musicians, I saw opera singers, I saw dancers, actors, actresses. I saw that, and I said, I want to do that. There's certain things that I really wanted to do, but I was very scared to do because I was afraid of what people would think. And then I was even convincing myself that I didn't want to do it, and then I realized, just like being trans, I can't change who I am. The only reason I was having problems with it was because I worried what other people thought. But once you stop, but people, if you're, and I like what Asmund says about it. He said it very succinctly. Asmongold said, imagine if you were subject to the whims of people who hate you. Imagine if I had to be subjected to the whims of every single person who didn't like me, or hated me specifically. And there's a lot of people who don't like me, and not even just people who don't like me because I'm transgender. There's way more. In fact, I think, like, you know, I don't even think most people, if they met me in public, would unless they knew me, would even know that I was assigned male at birth. Especially after my surgery. And so, like, I don't really get transphobia in public at all. People who knew me in the past might say, like, oh, your name's Rebecca now, right? And it's like, that person didn't intend to do that. But, like, that person knew me before, and they're living in the past. And I think everybody can learn from trans people, because I feel like, aren't we all basically the same that way? That we can't define ourselves by our past. Like 5 years ago, I was a completely different person. And if you brought up like texts from my past with a certain somebody who was like a frozen Greek person, like a frozen Greek person, text messages with that person, I am, you know, that is gross. But so is the text that people may have, like, I may have had with people back then. There were some pretty fucked up things going on when I was like 18, when I was like under 18, and then like there was some, I was pretty shitty to people. I was pretty fucked up. Okay? And I don't think I don't know. Like, everybody has skeletons in their closet. Everybody. But we move the fuck on because we're decent human beings who understand that, hey, I don't have to define myself by who I was when I was a fucking kid. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, I was a freaking kid. I did not fucking know anything. And so I'm not gonna judge someone who did some shit because why, if I put someone under the bus, people are gonna put me under the bus. It doesn't fucking matter. I know who I am. I don't know the other person. I don't know that person. But I am gonna say, like, hey, wouldn't it be better that that person is, you know, isn't it kind of mean something that that person is making an effort to, like, learn and grow and change? Isn't that what matters? Because that's what I'm doing. And if people aren't gonna if people forgive me, shouldn't I forgive them? Sorry, this is a little close to home for me. It's a little close to home for me. And I need people to understand that, like, all these people who, like, go against, like, all these, like, super successful content creators. Some people are grifting, obviously. That's disgusting, but, you know, you do you. Whatever. Put away your dirty laundry. Okay. Oh, shit. I gotta put away my dirty laundry. Sorry. Like, I'm the dirty laundry. Like, I'm the one who's gross. Yeah, everything else in my stream, this is all clean. I'm the one who's the problem. I'm the one who's gross. You guys want to switch music? Let's listen to, oh, I was on the wrong one, wasn't I? Oh, I need to refresh the source. Refresh current. What? How come it's not? This is bothering. Oh, because it's a clone. It's a reference. I needed to duplicate it, not reference it. Okay, so copy. Let's actually switch to OC Remix though. But what I need to do is I need to open up Chrome real quick. Copy and then duplicate. I can't paste a duplicate of it? Okay, I can just make a new source. New browser source and then copy the transform. But for now we need to play. We got a match. Oops. We got a match. We got a match. Hey Sandra, how you doing? Hey Sandra. How you doing? Welcome. We're playing some Against All Odds. It's kind of like Fall Guys, but if it were Mario Maker. You can actually make... I've made 2 maps so far. I'm really bad at it. But I think it's something I might be able to get better at over time. But for now, I'm just like playing the game, and the better I understand the game, the more I understand the game, the better maps I can make. So if I can climb up the leaderboards, I think I'll be better equipped to understand what the players actually want. Because I'll be making maps that I want to play. Ah! Well, that's karma. See, when you start punching people in the game, you have to be willing to accept that you might screw up your run from it. But it is a part of the game. You know, punching is a part of the game. Otherwise they wouldn't have put it into the game. I'm gonna use it to increase my time, to increase my first place, because the goal of the game is to get first place. That's what gives you more fans, and you get more rewards the more fans you get, and you lose fans if you get lower rank. So if I need 1 million fans to get the next rank up to professional level, and I'm almost there, and so I need to get first place more often. Obviously I do have my own personal best. I am speedrunning as well, but I am nowhere near my personal bests here. But as long as I get first place, which I didn't. Oh no, I did. Okay, so this, the devs need to clean this up because it should order people. Oh no. It should order people based on where they are currently in the map. Oh, I guess that's hard because these are custom maps. I mean, I guess if they're used in the official pool, they should put pathing. They should put like pathing markers like in the map for all official maps, like the devs. Any custom map that they upgrade to official, they should go through a process of pathing. What do I mean by that? What they should do is they should be able to put like markers on the map to be able to tell who's closer to the finish line. And that would require a lot of research per map, which would obviously, you should put that level of research into a map before you put it into the official pool. Because, there's a thing in computer releases, like with, like where you have a nightly build, you have a testing build, and you have a stable release. You have a nightly build, like you basically, first of all, you have a, the testing build or the bleeding edge build is whatever the current commit is, right? So whenever you commit to something, you can always roll it back, but it rolls back all the changes. And so as long as you do incremental changes, like you only change one line of code at a time or something like one little change at a time, then you can always roll it back because it only adds like 3 lines of code or something like that, or takes away 3 lines of code and adds 3 lines of code or whatever. But if you do like a whole bunch of changes at once, especially if someone also did a commit in between then you're going to have to make sure that your commit doesn't conflict with their commit. So that's why you really want to have like a lot of communication with your developers. You want to make sure that nobody is committing while someone else is committing. And so you have to like basically partition sections of code off to make sure that and schedule it like on a Google Calendar, that this team is working on these files or these folders, and this team is working on these folders, and then also you have to determine based on the project which files, which libraries are utilized by these. And so if any of these change, it's going to change all the libraries that use it. So you have to make sure that if you make a commit for a project and you make a fork of the project to work on, because you're working on the fork, not on the main build, what you need to do is you work on the fork and you have to make sure that there's no conflicts with any of the previous packages that used those APIs. Hey, what's up, Prison Clash? How you doing? Welcome back. We're playing some Against All Odds. It's like Fall Guys, but if it were Mario Maker. And I'm playing really slowly. I was really tryharding like 2 days ago. I was like kicking ass so bad. But now I'm like, I fell off. It's okay, I gotta be consistent. See, being good once is one thing, but being good consistently takes work. Okay, so it's just because I get like under a minute a bunch of times one day doesn't mean I'm gonna keep getting under a minute. I need to be able to be consistent, and then I can even start increasing those personal bests. I mean, making them faster, and then doing faster and faster and faster runs over time. So consistency is what matters. Obviously, the achievement matters, because I did do a 47-second run of Retro Rally, and that's my personal best on any map. Well, obviously, any official map. There are a custom map that literally take like less than a second. So, because it starts at the finish line, basically. It's like farming 8 cash. So, like, you can get like an... People would probably get banned, although this game's not big enough. It's still in preseason. But you'd probably get banned if it were a bigger game. If you just, like, made a bot to, like, farm cash so you could get legendaries. That goes against the entire spirit of the game. Either you grind the cash through in-game achievements, or you pay real money to get the legendaries. That's it. Either achieve it in-game, or buy it with money. It's so easy. But if you're gonna cheat, you're gonna make a bot, you don't deserve it. Like, if you took the time to cheat, you should have just paid real money. It's taking away from the integrity of the game. Okay, I need to do the thing. I need to also stop showing my browser when I'm typing in things. That is something that I need to be very careful about. Oops. What am I doing? Why is there... What the fuck? Oh, it's a browser source. Never mind. I was like, I thought that was like another like how do I have a virtual cam running? And I'm like, what? No, rainwave overlay. Okay, current song widget. I also need to make one for just the game channel. In fact, like, I'm gonna switch over to the game channel after, like, right now. Okay, and then I gotta copy the transform. What the fuck? The fuck? Oh. Oops. Whoops. Okay, so let me switch. I'm screwing up. Nice. Okay, and then let's do one for chiptunes. And then let's make another one. Browser source. Rainwave. Game. I don't listen to the all channel. Like I just usually listen to these three. You divide your attention too much. I don't listen to the covers channel either. You divide your attention between radio stations too much and it just becomes like, why are you making so many choices? Like, just make it simple. Okay, and now I need to copy the paste the transform. Transformers! No, copy the transform, not the source. I need to make something to eat really quick. And then paste the transform. And then paste the transform. And then put them... Let's switch to Rainwave Game. Let me hide the screen for a second. Gotta open up the file. I don't open File Explorer up on my stream ever again. I have files on my computer that I could absolutely not show on stream. And you know, they're not anything bad, but it's just they're bad for the stream. They're good for my career, but yeah, I can't show them on stream, so I'm just not even gonna risk it. Just like if I need to open a file on stream, just like hide the display capture. You had a meeting? Welcome back. I hope your meeting didn't suck. Probably did. What am I adding? Oh yeah, I was opening up the file, a playlist. I'm opening up the Rainwave Game playlist. Okay, here we go. Rainwave Game. Let's switch to the game overlay. I thought I copied the transform. Oh, because it's in a group, isn't it? What? Okay, so I need to move this one. Transform didn't make it work. Oh, and I have it on requested by. Oh. Yes, I did. Nope. Okay, you know what? Let's just give it some room for, like, just put it in a similar spot, but then it doesn't matter because I'm only showing one at a time. Kind of matters. But how come, what did I, 452 by 156. Oh, that's why. 452 by 156. And then I'll put it, make it exactly the same. No? Well, that's weird. But it doesn't really matter. So let's just keep that there. Okay. And then, whoa, wait, we have chiptunes. Okay. Sorry, I'm taking a little bit of time to fix this so I don't have to do it ever again. That's how I work. I take time to fix things before they're broken. Because otherwise you lock yourself into something that is going to screw yourself over. And if I get rid of that expectation from the beginning, then I win. Like I said, like Trainwreck. Like Trainwreck was, like earlier, I don't know if you remember the conversation. Trainwreck was talking about how, like, if you get actual, like, supporters, they call there's a Train didn't start this. It's called, there is no silver bullet, or, no, I know, there's like 1,000 true fans. Or 1,000 true supporters, whatever. If you can get a true follower, somebody who supports you because they support you at a fundamental level, that person will never leave you unless it's a very specific, extenuating circumstance. You know, through your actions or some other unforeseeable consequence of something. So I feel like that's what we should aim for in life, because that's really what makes life worth living, are the people that truly follow you in your life. And you can only have so many people in your direct life. But as far as, like, fans or anything like that, like being a content creator or being, like, there's going to be people who are very fickle who only follow you for clout. Okay? That exists, and you should accept it and not shy away from it. In fact, you are a part of it. You do it too. It's just part of the job. If you didn't want to do it, then why'd you become an entertainer? Because that's literally part of the performance. Like, you should have accepted that. I mean, didn't you already get into it knowing that? Probably not. I think a lot of streamers are unique where they didn't really try to become famous. They kind of just streamed video games, and then it kind of landed on their lap, and they just got a bunch of money, and maybe a bunch of them probably were struggling and living in poverty potentially, like in Jersey or something. And then like they suddenly got a bunch of opportunities, made some choices, and then had to work really hard to overcome those choices. But is now glad that person didn't make those made a different choice. But I don't know. I'm not going to say who I'm talking about, but I'm pretty sure everyone knows who I'm talking about. Who's from Jersey? Snooki? Is Snooki even from Jersey? Was anybody in Jersey Shore from Jersey at all? Or are they just actors? They're probably just actors. Like me. They're people like me who just like learned how to act and just got rid of all the pretense of like parasocial bullshit. It's not parasocial if it's your job. Do you get it? It's not parasocial if it's your job. So you're okay. Don't judge yourself. You shouldn't judge yourself anyway. If you like tabloids, you like reading about celebs, that's just human nature to be, ever since like, there's always the person who had the best cave, right? The person who had the best living, the best house, the people that everybody wanted to be. That was always a part of history. There was the person, cave dwellers. The people who had the most resources. They were the celebrities. The people who were smart. The people who knew that like, hey, I know how to make fire. That person was famous. Do you understand? That was a Twitch streamer. That was XQC. The first person who invented fire was XQC. Like both literally and figuratively. Like as a symbolic idea. But also XQC himself, like within the realm of what streaming is today, I think Soda Poppin can be thanked for that. And then XQC for what he's turning it into, which is this giant amalgamation of just attention and content and just people doing whatever the fuck they want to do because it's their content that they want to do. So if it's your job and you're going to do it for the rest of your life, either do it until you get your bag and retire like a normal person, or transform your career with a fuck you and just do your own thing. That's how you do it. So either you keep going and do your own thing and do good by you and your people and not give a fuck about what other people think, or you retire on top and just keep your bag and go live a normal life. Like go and frickin' like go on vacation, like go learn how to like scuba dive or go to a different country and like volunteer to like help starving children, or do that in your own country. Actually, you don't have to go to a different country to do that. You could go like down the street to help your local community learn how to read. You could do that, right? You don't have to go to a different country to do that, right? I can do that someday. I can't handle that pressure right now. I'm working into it. I don't have to do it tomorrow. I don't have to do it today. That's what I'm learning. I don't have to drop everything and change everything. It's not a video game. And the reason why I've been failing for so long is because I keep treating it like a video game. Where I'm like, I just want to press the button and start. And that's not true, obviously. I've been working towards things. I'm just saying symbolically, like that's kind of what I've been doing in life. I said, hey, I need this. Why am I not getting this? And then I move on because I'm trying to look for someone else to do that. But I think what's helping me is I feel like I just kind of hit a wall. I wish I hit the wall sooner because the wall was already there. I didn't see it before. And I finally saw the wall, and then I started realizing, wait a minute, what the fuck am I doing? Why don't I just like maximize on the things I can control and minimize the things I can't? It's one thing to hear the words, but to understand them, it takes actual life experience and discussions and an open mind. And you can't really rush it. And unfortunately, most people aren't willing to do the work. And so I feel like, I don't know, I'll find out how I can do in the world, but I feel like I have a lot of advantages that other people don't. I feel like I have a lot of skills and advantages. I don't give a fuck what people think about me at all. That is a superpower. And I know that I minimized it. I have like fake humbled it for so long. but I need to realize and accept that I have a superpower for not giving a fuck what people think about me. Like, I do not give a fuck. I am not going to let that stop me from being appropriately, within reason, doing my own shit. Like, doing my own thing. I am not going to apologize. I am not breaking the law. I am not doing anything wrong. If someone has a moral objection to what I do, that is on them, and if they think it's something that's like what it's not, that is a projection. And like Hassan can, and I'm not going to say what it is, but like there's people that like, they use words like, you know, that start with the letter G and R, and especially against trans people, but like, people do this to Amaranth, for example. They say that she's like, I'm not even going to mince words here. People will like accuse Amaranth of like grooming children. There's no children in her chat. They get banned because they show up and they say like, what you're doing is wrong. And it's like, it's probably some freaking child, so you should probably ban them. But anyway, she's not breaking the law. She's not going into Discord and like trying to contact minors. She's not freaking like going into DMs trying to, like, that is what grooming is. Do you understand? People doing their career and just doing their own thing and then just happen to be existing. Oh, but if I Google your name, I'm going to find XYZ. Okay? If I Google your name, I'm probably going to find you saying some racist shit. Like, a person like that, every accusation is a confession. Pretty much. So anyone who's going to accuse me or anyone else of some moral objection of like, what you're doing is wrong, think about the children. Oh, look! I unlocked it! I got over 1 mil. I didn't realize it. Oh, I get to rank up again to champion. Let's go! 2 mil. Let's go! It keeps going. Thank you, devs. Thank you. Holy shit! I had no idea it kept going. I thought it was the top. Let's go! Oh, but I thought I unlocked it. Oh, it's before. Wait, semi-pro is. Devs, you need to fix that. How come professional is less on the list than semi-pro? Oh, is it like a semi-chub? Like semi-chubs are better than full chubs because you can tell people that it wasn't really an erection. No, this is what men and people with penises need to do. You need to stop apologizing for having erections. I know this is a hot take. People with penises, which is mostly men, I'm gonna be real. Like 1% of the population are women with penises, okay? But let's be real. The people who seem to be hung up on it are, you know, obviously trans women are hung up on it too, but the way I learned to get over it is to understand that there's nothing inherently sexual about a penis. There's nothing inherently sexual about a vulva. There's nothing inherently sexual about breasts or an asshole. There's nothing inherently sexual about it. It's the actions and what you put into it that sexualize it. So if you're fantasizing about an armpit, that's on you. You should get that checked. I like how Pokimane said about that. Like, if you're horny because, like, you see a Twitch streamer playing Valorant, keep that to yourself. But especially if you feel like the need to talk about it publicly on Twitch chat, you should probably get that checked. But even like on a fundamental, like kind of like more private level, if you're sexualizing things in such a way that you think it's inherently sexual to be trans, that sounds like a lot of unresolved sexual tension inside of the person. Maybe you should go out and do some like cross-dressing. If you see it as inherently sexual, if you see it as only in the bedroom, maybe that's because you already do that in the bedroom and you only associate it with the bedroom. Why don't you go out and be happy in public? Maybe you're trans, maybe you're not. Maybe you just want to like, maybe it's not even about wearing women's clothes. Maybe it's about being in control of your identity and who you are and in your sexuality. And maybe your marriage is dying and then like, you know, you want to, spice up your marriage by like wearing like lingerie, but you're like assigned male at birth. You have a masculine body, and you're like, oh, but I'm not trans or whatever. Like maybe you're not. Maybe you are. But like maybe you're not. Maybe like there's people out there who just like wearing women's clothes, and it does not make you your gender. You can still be very much a man. Wearing women's clothes does not determine whether you're a man or a woman. There's a lot of factors that go into it, especially if you expect people to, if you're gonna express, I mean, obviously things are gonna change over time, but like, let's be real. If you dress up as a woman and you wear makeup and you have longer hair and you have breasts and you don't even hide them, you should probably expect people to gender you as female. That's a hot take, I know. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but it doesn't mean they should. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you want someone to gender you correctly, it's a matter of like, hey, like I understand there's gonna be people who never accept me for who I am, no matter what I look like. Even if even after years of vocal feminization, that is still never perfect. After years of hormone therapy, after facial feminization surgery, orchiectomy, and bottom surgery coming up, there's still people who will never accept me as a woman, and that's like, well, fuck them. They're fucking lunatics. They are delusional. If you met me in public and you didn't know who I was, dressing as I am and just not even trying to present as female. Like, I'm just in my pajamas. Like, most women, why do you have to try to present as male or female anyway? Nobody should have to, and I think cisgender people do it more than trans people. Hey, what's up, Medusa? Welcome back. Sorry, I'm not playing Smite. Not right now. We're playing Against All Odds. No, don't worry about it. No, don't worry about it. But if you ever want to play Smite, let me know. We can play Smite right now if you literally want to, but I'm really not wanting to play Smite right now. I'd rather play this. Okay, I gotta get the skip here. Let's not screw this up this time. I need to actually get good runs again. Let's actually get good numbers. Stop phoning it in. Okay. I'm not phoning it in, I just suck. There's a difference. I'm never gonna intentionally phone something in. There'd be a good reason. And I would communicate that. And be like, hey, like I can't stream this today. Can we schedule it like an hour later? Like, most people would say, like, they would just cancel it entirely. But Rebecca would just schedule it for, like, an hour later. She just needs time to calm down. She needs time to just, like, go, like, for a walk. She doesn't need to, like, be paid money to show up. She doesn't need to, like... She's, like, the best person to work with ever. The person doesn't know about the skip. That person knows about the skip, maybe, or not. I didn't see. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you gotta be delusional to be successful, because otherwise, you would be complacent with what you already have. So if you have, in order to, you have to be strategic about it, but you have to be delusional. Don't get it twisted. You have to be delusional to gain success in life. You have to know that, like, who you are currently is not actually who you know yourself to be. But everybody in the world thinks that you're a liar. They're like, what are you talking about? I call it as I see it. But then you show it to them through your actions. Oh, he's trying to find the hitbox. He's trying to find the hitbox. That's smart, because he's already going to lose. So now you can utilize the time to try to find the hitbox. Oh, he's going to keep going. Okay. He didn't do it too long. Maybe it only took him one to figure out the hitbox. It would have taken me like 100 of them. I'm thorough. I'm like, okay, let me see if I can do it 100 times. Like on Retro Rally, that first jump on the saw is such a leap of faith. But even if you miss it once, you will still do better than everybody else as long as you don't miss the second one. But even if you miss the second one, you can still do better than everyone else as long as you know the skip. Okay? If you know the skip, then it's GG. You're gonna win every time, as long as you don't screw it up. But you can screw it up a couple more times than they could screw up. Nice! Nice! I haven't been to your stream in a while. Have I ever been to your stream, Subby? I just get 130k? What the fuck? How am I getting so much more? I was only getting 30k before. Yeah, Stink Nugget's pretty cool. A new mod. Did I mod you, Subby? Yeah, already a moderator. Oh, Stink Nuggets was also already a moderator. Okay, for some reason it's not showing the badge on Chatterino. Did I hide it? Or do I need to update Chatterino? I'm on 2.4.2. Am I so far? Can you just like check for updates within the app itself? Like everything else? I wish everything did that. Like I wish it would just update itself on a local build rather than having to install it system wide. That's portability. Portability is like key in today's computing world, because eventually I think even consoles are going to start opening up their APIs a lot easier. So what if indie developers can start developing for the PS5? Is that possible already? But what if you could literally do it on the PS5 itself for free? Like, what if it was just embedded into the operating system? I don't know if Sony would do that, but Steam might do that. Maybe they make a Steam Deck console that's basically a PC, but has a very specific API that's that's portable between PC and Steam Deck. So you're not going to have compatibility issues. Because otherwise, hardware can change on PCs, and you should never put something on the Steam store unless it's compatible with Steam Deck. And as long as it's compatible with Steam Deck, system requirements are one thing, but it should be compatible with the operating system. Now, whether or not that game can actually run on the Steam Deck, that would have to come in the future as Steam Deck upgrades. Because the hardware would have to upgrade, right? Because you can't have a PS5 level game running on like a Nintendo Wii. Like a Switch or whatever. Like on a 3DS. You know, like a Steam Deck. I don't know, I think what a lot of people do is they like remote play. I think a lot of people do that. You've been here for a year, 9 days, and 6 hours. That's great. I think there's at least one, and this person's a famous streamer. I'm not going to say who. I don't know. You can probably guess. There's been some, I don't know if this person is my follower anymore, but there is a person who is like followed me before my name change. And that person's name, this person changed the name of their channel too. And now the stream is more about 2 people rather than 1. I'm pretty sure, I don't know. I do know for a fact that Alexandra Botez did show up to my stream before I was Rebecca. I try not to write on the coattails of people. I think that's gross behavior. But hey, It's just a part of it's part of reality. I'm not gonna try to use people for clout, but hey. It's just the nature of the business. I'm not gonna sell anyone out though, unless they really fucking hurt me, but I'm gonna do everything possible to ignore it. I'm gonna do everything possible to handle it off stream. I'm gonna do everything possible if it's a legal matter to not put that on stream. Fuck that. I do not want that shit. I just want to stream and be happy, and I want money. That's all I want. I just want to be able to take care of myself and my loved ones. I do want to have fun in the scene, but that's something else. That's something that I can't even. You can't even buy that. That's like not pay to win. That's like just the nature of like social currency, really. Like clout is something different. That's something that you can't really buy. I mean, you can kind of buy it, but I don't know. The kind of clout I want is the clout from people who like respect the craft and who respect boundaries of the artist and their personal lives. Because I don't think personal lives belong in the streams at all. Obviously, there's things that carry over, but I don't know. I think there's certain things that like you keep off stream. And I try to do that because I know how shitty it is when people fucking throw people onto the fucking bus, you know? I've seen it happen so many times and it's so gross. First of all, it's just stupid. Why would you ruin your career by throwing someone onto the bus? At this point, it's been proven time and time again. Nobody's gonna want to work with you if you do that shit. Like, okay, like I'm sorry, it's a hot take. Some people might disagree with me. Actually, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna stay on the fence. I'm gonna stay on the fence. You know I'm not going to. I'm physically incapable of staying on the fence. What was I even talking about? Well, if I don't even remember what it was, I probably don't need to say it. I'm not gonna throw anyone on the bus, basically. I don't want to get sued for defamation. I don't know the full picture, so why would I talk about it? You're doing a face reveal? What time are you streaming? I'm in California, so what time's... Right now, it is 11:03 a.m. I can show up... I can watch your stream tonight. I'm not gonna judge you, but also you should accept that life is about judgment. Hey, what's up, Pink? Oh no, it's... Pytro Case. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're playing some Against All Odds. It's kind of like Fall Guys. Oh, you've been following since December, since 2021. Nice. How are you doing today? Yeah, I don't know, I forgot. I'm sorry I forgot. I'm sorry I forgot. I forgot. What do you remember? What stream were you in? You feed a cat? Well, you know, that's how cats work. You don't really own them. They kind of just walk all over you. But as long as you're okay with that, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, that's usually how streaming is. You kind of just show up and you like, who is this person? And then you kind of just hang out and it kind of naturally becomes a thing over time. 2021, December 19th. You know what? I really screwed up that Christmas. I should have, no, I think it was the Christmas before that. I screwed up, I don't think I screwed up the 2021 Christmas. I'm definitely not screwing up this Christmas, because this Christmas I'm gonna be recovering from surgery. So it's gonna be the best Christmas ever, but it's gonna be very low key. It's gonna be like me a month after, like, you know, basically like very fresh out of surgery. I don't even know how long. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how you, I mean, you have to get, hopefully you can get this straight. Maybe you can get the, you should consider if you're gonna, you know, let the cat in the house, you should let the cat get shots, because you might get sick, or the cat might get sick, or whatever. And then you should register the cat. I mean, at this point, I think you just own a cat. You know, it's been decided for you. Now you have to go through the, process. You have to like get it chipped. You have to go take it to the vet. You have to get all the shots. You have to basically spend $100,000 just to take care of this cat. I really think it's, I'm not gonna like be mad at my parents, but for having 2 dogs and I think at one point 10 cats in our house, I think that's very irresponsible to, when you have 4 children to raise. I don't know, but like, what are you gonna do, you know? The trade-off is like, you know, we learned compassion for other animals. You know, that's, I don't know. Taking animals to the vets to save their life when there's, you know, your children are eating like school lunches. I don't know. There's something about that just, you know, obviously I don't blame her. She was trying to play the clout game with, it's actually a fucked up part of living in like a really like kind of whitewashed, like a kind of like a whitewashed kind of like very like more conservative culture where I live for a while. It's not like that anymore. Well, at least I don't associate with those communities. But my family was, my mom was trying to, she was trying to get good with all the waspy people, all the like churchgoers who like judged someone for wearing like a top that like showed a little bit of cleavage or like whatever. Like, I don't know, like I think my mom was trying to get good with them because it was just a, you know, I don't blame her. If you're a parent, you have to play these weird political games with like other parents. It's disgusting, but it's like some people just, they're not willing to abandon it, and I don't blame her. But I don't know. I think having 2 dogs and like 10 cats. I think maybe it was like 4 or 5 cats. I think that's a little too much. Okay, like we were literally like, I was supposed to get braces, and instead we paid the vet bill for. But there's a lot of memories that came with that cat. That cat was like a member of the family to me. So, you know, my best friend, he, you know, that cat is what got me through all the bullying, because I had a friend. So, I mean, there's that. I don't know. I don't like measuring people or creatures' worth. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going, first of all, I can't have children. I do not want to have children. I don't even really want to be around children. They make me uncomfortable. They always smell weird. You don't know where their hands have been. They might steal things from you. I'm sorry. I hope you like don't think that like I'm like a total asshole about cats and dogs and shit. I just personally don't want to own an animal. I'm already poor. I'm already poor. Like in poverty. I'm not even joking. Like I'm not like a millionaire streamer telling you that I'm actually poor because I have like, you know, I have less subs this month, okay? I'm actually in poverty. Wouldn't that be a huge debate if I convinced everybody I was in poverty and then found out I was like a trust fund baby? That would be fucked up. I don't think anyone would ever forgive me for that. And isn't it good that that's absolutely not true at all? Because that would fuck over that would be a big fuck you to everybody. That would be a shitty thing to do. Aw, that's so cute. Yeah, I mean, sometimes things just happen, you know? And you fall in love. So you can't quantify it. But I'm gonna be real with you. If I was, you know, I don't want. There's a cat that's been wanting to come into my house lately, and I said, you know what? I got a squirt bottle and sprayed it because I need to train that cat to know that it can't come in here. It's not my cat. It's not my cat. It's someone else's cat. Someone else is supposed to be taking care of that cat. If that cat's not being taken care of, someone else can take care of that cat. I'm not even able to take care of myself. It would be irresponsible of me to take care of a cat or a child, especially. And good thing I can't have children ever again. But that actually, with advancement in research in medical science and reproductive science, there might be possibilities but that would be something different. It would be like, you know, they like scratch like a skin cell off of you and like, okay. Fuck! Ha! Wrong way! Supposed to slide down, not jump. I would have beaten that person. What's my type of guy? I do have a type of guy. Not like super muscular. I'm not really into super muscular. But like, damn, if I'm presented with a situation where there's some rock hard abs in front of me, I'm gonna slide into those, okay? I'm gonna slide into his arms. But I'm really into just guys who are just like really like don't care so much about what other people think about them. It's more of a personality thing with guys, because there's lots of guys are way more attractive than even they think they are. A lot of guys are way more attractive than they think they are. People think that it's unattractive to be bald. People think it's unattractive to have to have a beer gut. People think it's unattractive to have hairy body and hairy legs. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's women out there who are fucking in love with that. Okay? So it's about you, not about them. If you aren't okay with your body, that's on you. And so if you're aware of that and you're actively working on your personal hygiene, it's not because of the personal hygiene, it's because you care enough about yourself. And you're also not using me as like someone to teach you, right? If you want to learn, go to YouTube or go to take a college class. Don't date me so you can learn how to be a better person. That's about it. And that goes for men and women. I don't like people like that. If you're going to use me as like a learning experience, it's one thing, obviously you're going to learn stuff unintentionally. But like, if you're gonna specifically date me because you're like, oh yeah, you know, when I'm with you, I'm a better person. But when I'm not with you, well then what's the common factor there? Not me. If you're a better person when you're with me, then look at what those reasons are. Look at what those reasons are. And if I bring out those things in you, then those things were already in you, and you should focus on those things. But I'm just going to be real. It's very easy. It's a lot easier for me to trust women than it is to trust men. But don't get it twisted. There are women that I absolutely do not trust. But you know, like, you know, at first meeting, I try to keep an open mind. And as long as somebody's very, like, kind of non-threatening, I'm pretty open-minded. And actually, my tolerance of behavior is a lot more than people might think, because I'm very different in real life than I am on the internet. and I'm actually very quiet. Unless I'm expected to be talking and like talking about myself. Because when it's a situation where I'm public speaking, that's one thing. This is public speaking version of me. In a social group, I just chill. I want other people to talk. I want to listen. I want to just like be a part of the group. I want to play the game they're playing. That's how I am with my real life friends. If we're having a discussion, that's different. I get involved in conversations. I get stimulated. And I'm, you know, when I say stimulation, it evokes words like erections. Oh, this is what I was saying earlier. This is a hot take. I don't think I finished this. This is a hot take, I think. But I think people need to get over people randomly getting erections. It's one thing if a person is like going out of their way to get an erection, that's just inappropriate. But if somebody is like riding their bike and they've been like exercising a lot and they're like, they happen to get a random erection, it happens less with trans women because HRT changes that. But I think, you know, but even trans women, obviously, we can get random erections. I really think people should stop acting like that's inherently sexual. Because he's obviously not doing anything. The person's obviously not doing anything weird with it. They're not even trying to hide it. They're trying to be polite. There's nothing you can do about it except wait. So why should somebody with a boner be shamed? Like that person's gonna like do something with it. Like, no, it's actions that matter. Obviously, if someone gets a boner and they start like waving it around, that's inappropriate. But if someone gets a boner and they like say, excuse me, and they like go like hide it somehow and like they kind of fix it. But that's not always possible. So sometimes you're just going to get a random erection and thankfully I don't get those anymore. And thankfully I'm never going to get those ever again after my surgery. So thankfully I'm so happy that's going to happen. I'm so happy. That's a side effect of it, obviously. It's not the reason why I'm getting it. I don't think anybody would go this many years of direct target towards a surgery just to not have to worry about getting random. I mean, that is a huge part of it. I'm going to be real. And I don't blame, especially, you know, I don't blame women, other women, and also like men too. I don't blame other people for feeling uncomfortable when someone has an erection around them. However, I think people need to learn to differentiate more. Because it's just like how a woman breastfeeding in public isn't obscene. Even if someone was like absolutely just naked in public, that's not obscene. If someone was just walking down the street, minding their own business, not acting weird about it or anything, not acting sexual, just walking down the street, even if that person had an erection, I don't think there's anything inherently sexual about that. I think it's extremely toxic. Superstar. Champion. Nice, I'm a superstar. I'm getting the red dinosaur. Oh wait, is epic or mythic more? Is epic, mythic, or legendary? Isn't legendary more rare? I don't know which one's more rare, legendary or epic. I think legendary sounds way more. Oh no, unique. Unique is the best, because unique means there's only one, and if you have a unique item, that means that nobody else has it. So unique is what you really want. You wear a cage? Oh, you mean a chastity cage? I mean, if you enjoy that, I'm not gonna kink shame. I don't really think there's anything wrong with having an erection in public. It makes me dysphoric if it happens, but you know, it almost never happens now. I'm very much in control over my pelvic floor and my groin muscles and all that. I've spent many years exercising those muscles to a point of absolute control. I am so much in control of my actions. Like, I am so much in control over what happens to me sexually. There's some things, obviously, you can't control, but you try to avoid those situations with people who are going to invade your boundaries. But if you, but if you exercise your pelvic floor, it makes sex a lot more enjoyable. I'm just gonna say that much. Doesn't mean that it's okay. By any stretch of the imagination, does not mean it's okay for bad people to do bad things. But there is an Indian practice to exercise your pelvic floor muscles I think it's part of a Kama Sutra that was started by sex workers to increase the pleasure so you don't have to be in pain, so that you can actually enjoy sex instead of feeling shamed by it. Unfortunately, there's people who don't respect boundaries, and that needs to be shut down. However, reality is a different story, and so that's where being good with a knife or like being able to parkour like a ninja, being able to become a ninja in a split second is a very survival oriented skill. So being a ninja, literally every single person in the world should train in survival tactics. Because obviously the law protects you. Like, the law protects you, obviously. It should, anyway, hopefully in your country. Some countries don't protect people like me. I'm transgender. There's literal places in the world where if I set foot on them, I'm already breaking the law just by existing. Isn't that fucked up? But I can't do anything about it, so I have to learn how to navigate the world, because the world's not always going to hold your hand. In fact, sometimes you're going to be absolutely screwed. But I can do the best I can to avoid those situations, and if I'm in those situations, I better learn how to become a ninja. And be able to, like, learn how to survive. Because ninjas know how to survive. That's their job. Their job is to survive and be unnoticed. So they can complete their task. Whatever that task is. Information gathering, food delivery, the usual. I'm pretty sure, like, ninjas' jobs were literally just to, like, spy on people and, like, listen to what people were talking about, the celebrities. No, probably military secrets. Probably assassinations. But probably food deliveries for, like, wealthy people who were, like, or, like, escorts. To, like, you know, like, bodyguards. Not, like, escorts. You know, I don't know. I need to eventually. I'm not ready right now. Doing in-person work, not great, but I want to find out the entire, like, the legal situation with escort services. I don't know how it is in California. I'm kind of scared because I don't want to go to jail. But I do want to do escort services. I really enjoy that kind of work. I want to do more. A lot more. But I don't know the law yet about it. So I want to protect myself, and I also want to keep myself safe, because there's people out there that are going to, like, take advantage of me in the ways that I don't want to be taken advantage of. And I need to, you know, make sure that I'm not getting all my money stolen from me. That I'm making, you know, because people can take advantage of you with contracts. As far as the sex work goes, I really don't think there's much. I mean, obviously, there's boundaries I have. I'll go pretty far. I'll go pretty damn far sexually with people, with consenting adults, for work on camera. But we're not going to go into that here. I usually don't talk about details here on stream. Yeah, it's probably, I'm going to kill this feudal master and he's not even going to see it coming. Yeah, I mean, ninjas, that's what they did. They were basically, they may have been hired by even, like, communities. For, like, feudal lords who, like, terrorized, like, people, like, they're, like communities. Like, some rich motherfucker, or, like, had, like, all of his people were, like, you know, treating people like shit. And then someone hired a ninja to take care of it. Like they got all their resources together and found a ninja, and like now they don't have to live under the rule of the feudal master anymore. But they use, I don't know, like there's got to be a lot of politics in Japan that I can't even fathom because I never studied any part of, like, there's so much Japanese history and it's all like civil wars. So it's so complicated. I don't even know anything about it. Japanese history and Japanese politics is so fucking confusing. Well, like, I don't even think the Japanese understand it. But they pride themselves in it because, I mean, they should. Their country and their history. And they should know more about it. Just like, you know, being blindly in love with your country, I think is something that's, like, damaging to the country. I feel like, you know, obviously there's a reason why we love this country of the United States. And it's because there's countries where you can't even be trans. And yet we have, obviously there's states issues here. Because there's states like Florida that literally just want to execute trans people. And I'm not, I know that they don't say that literally, and some people literally do say that. But, that's, you know, obviously, in effect, they want trans people to not exist over in Florida at all. They don't want gay people to exist. There's a very clear agenda in Florida. So if you're gonna leave it down to states' rights, that's pretty fucking scary, and I think we need to do something about that. Because if some states are gonna, if I can't safely visit every single state in my country and be protected by the actual state laws, see, obviously there's gonna be dangerous situations in any state, in any country. However, if I am not going to be protected by the law in that state, but I'm gonna be protected in other states. Like, if you couldn't be black in certain states, there would be a problem, right? But being transgender in some states is a problem, according to those states. They see it as like, if you're transgender in this state, you can't use the bathroom. You can't use women's spaces because you weren't assigned female at birth. Do you know how disgusting that is? That's like saying if you're black, you can't use these water fountains. You can't go to this school because people are threatened by you. Because, you know, like, remember that guy who had, like, the guy that he went to a bank because he wanted to, like, start a savings account? And he's black? And, like, the cops came? And they were accusing him of, like, being threatening and just because he was just sitting there with a blank face? They said, oh, because you looked black, because you're black, you look threatening. That's fucked up. So people see trans people and they say, oh, that, you know, you weren't assigned female at birth, so you must be like a weird pervert. Like, yeah, you know, I mean, depends on what you mean by pervert, but not the kind of pervert these people are talking about. Definitely not. I'm like the last person. The absolute, and in fact, never, ever. Not even last person. I would never, ever doing anything inappropriate to anybody publicly in a women's space or a men's space or a public space. I'm not allowed in men's spaces. I'm only allowed in women's spaces and like shared spaces. You know, obviously I don't think men would care too much if I was in, I mean, obviously I think men wouldn't feel too uncomfortable if I was showering with them. I'm going to tell you that right now. I would kind of feel uncomfortable if I absolutely honestly, I also think that, like, people should stop inherently attaching sexuality to showers. People need to fucking shower. Get over it. You don't have to, if you're looking at them, that's on you. Why aren't you paying attention to your own body and your own shower? Like, why are you like saying like, oh, you know, shouldn't like the whole like segregation of spaces by gender, I kind of get it in some cases. Like, obviously, if the majority of people in a shower are going to have, you know, like female bodies, whether they have a vulva or a penis, still, you know, I still have a female body. So it's like, it would be very inappropriate, I think, for me to be in a men's shower. I would look very, very out of place. And anybody who thinks otherwise is absolutely delusional. You haven't clicked on enough things on the internet to know. And also, like, here's another thing. People, you know, there's people come to me at this all the time, and I'm not going to confirm or deny why, but people tell trans people, for example, like, people who do sex work, of doing the same exact marketing that cisgender women do, which is posting on Twitter with nudes and Instagram and, like, you know, doing everything that literally every, it's not even whether you're a man or a woman. Like, it's not about that. Like, it's literally just part of the industry, and every industry is like that. Yeah, I mean, in its own way. Oh, okay. Oh, now I need to get 10 mil. Let's go. Let's rank up. We need 10 mil. Oh, every time you rank up, oh, I get it. This game's teaching a valuable lesson. This game's teaching a valuable lesson. The rich get richer. So you get more fans if you've ranked up higher. You get more fans if you rank up higher, because but if you lose more fans. It's a double-edged sword. All right. I hope you have a nice bath. I really like baths sometimes. I can't take a bath where I live. It's like shower only, and that's even questionable. But I hope you enjoy a bath. I really love having a bath when it's safe to take a bath. When it's like not a biohazard to take a bath. I just like, you know, obviously you take a quick shower first to, you know, and then you just kind of like have like a nice hot bath with like oils. And, like, you just have, like, some really nice, relaxing music on, and candle. Oh, my God. You know, I didn't appreciate those as much when I was presenting as male. I think there are hormonal differences between the things that we enjoy doing. I do think there are some inherent differences. And I think some of those are just psychological. I think a lot of those are psychological but I think there literally might be reasons why some things are more... Like, more women do certain things than men, and vice versa. Because, like, I did not feel comfortable doing ballet until... I mean, even now I'm kind of uncomfortable because I haven't had my... I mean, I had orchiectomy, so it's a little different. But I don't know if I would have been comfortable wearing, like, a leotard or anything like that. Like, without at least orchiectomy. But, you know... I don't have anything that's going to poke out as much. But, you know, but there's nothing that's going to get, like, you know, also the pain is, you know, there's no, like, tightness or, like, you know, if it hits something, if I do the splits too hard, it's not going to have a problem. It actually feels good, so. Yeah, check the cats. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a chill spot. I'm just kind of doing my own thing. I actually, like, I'd be streaming even if no one was here, so I love having people to chat with. I absolutely love having people to chat with. Obviously, it would help, like, you know, I need more moderators, because I have a lot of people who, I mean, I don't know, it doesn't always happen, but I do get hate rated every now and then. It hasn't really happened in, like, probably, like, 2 years. I don't really get hate rated anymore. I think they got bored of me. And also, I started doing it, I think I solved it. As a trans person, I'm not saying everybody should do this, but if you start doing porn, it'll get rid of all your haters, pretty much. Not all of them, but they're just going to stop wanting to watch your content because they don't want to be a part of that. So if you start doing porn, they're already going to know that there's nothing that's going to faze you. And it's not even really that there's any shameful thing about doing sex work. Like, doing porn is not shameful. And it's imagined. It's perfectly, it's between consenting adults. There's regulations on, you know, there's protections, there's legal protections between two consenting adults, and the viewers are consenting adults. And that's that. Luca team, Luca team, Luca team, Luca team. There's a guy named Luca on the... I wish there was a leaderboard. I hope they have the I hope they have the data so that when they add a leaderboard, it can just. I hope they're already scraping data from the game, because if they're not, I'll have to climb the leaderboards next season, I guess. Oh yeah. Yeah, cats are. You gotta be really careful with cats. Because, like, sometimes they eat and they get sick. You gotta find the right food for them. I don't know. I don't know too much about cats. I mean, I do, but, like, I don't. Aww. You made the bed. Aww. That's so cute. You made the cat a little bed, and it's getting into the bed, and it's probably all, like, doing the kneading. They call it kneading, K-N-E-E-D-I-N-G. Kneading, where they do the thing. Why is Moist Critical naked? Penguinzo. Why is Penguinzo naked? That's so controversial. Like, what, is it Penguin Zero? Or is it Penguins Zero? Is it Penguins? And you just don't pronounce the zero. It's just there as like a tag on. Because some people put underscores in their name or like a number or whatever. Just because there's somebody took the name already. Or is it Penguinzo? Or Penguinzo? Yeah, it's so controversial. And it's so divisive. The community. It's just so divisive. There's entire discords where anybody, like, you can only join the Discord if you agree that that's how it's pronounced. And there's a secret fan Discord, and there's denominations and Moist Critical. I feel like he's doing less. I don't know. I'm not gonna accuse him of anything. I feel lately like he's kind of doing a little bit less. I feel like he's kind of like going a little bit too hard on people lately without as much research. And he's kind of like, I don't know. Maybe it's just content is dry nowadays. Maybe that's it. Maybe he's just. I think he's just trying to find shit, and he's basically just find stuff, and it's basically like he's kind of repeating the same thing he's done before, and I think he might be upset about it. Knowing him as a like not him, but like knowing his track record as a content creator, I'm pretty sure he wants there to be something that's like not him repeating his same spiels about things, because a lot of the stuff recently, there seems to be a lot of repeats. And I think it's like, he's basically just like, you know, it sucks because there's like no content available out there anymore. It's all the same. It's either like some random TikTok bullshit, or it's like a streamer says something that like is controversial, or like a streamer like a YouTuber gets canceled. And it's like, I feel like content creators like, you know, like Moist Critical are like, they're running out of stuff, and it sucks because like life is, I mean, but I think life is so much infinitely like more interesting than like what we see on the internet. But also we feel like the internet doesn't have to be limited to what it currently is, I think. It's a box with a towel. Aww. Well, that's a bed to a cat. Dude, cats actually like things that make you uncomfortable. They actually don't like pillows. Cats like really hard surfaces with edges on them. They also like really tight claustrophobic spaces. They like crawling into them because I think it makes them feel safe. And they like really they can't massage their own muscles. They have to use like edges, like pointy edges to like massage their own bodies. Or a human has to do it for them. And you notice how like when you start petting a cat, just do the same motion. Don't move it at all. Don't pet the cat like it's a dog. Just go like this and let the cat react to it. Because cats don't see you as a person, I'm pretty sure. They see you as furniture. They don't see you, they see this thing. They're like, oh, if I put my back against this thing, it'll massage these things and I'll feel good. So if they find something that's good, they'll move their body and they'll just stand there. They'll move it and they'll stand still. And you'll keep going, and as time goes on, they'll move again. And they'll move it. Like, if you notice that, they're very intelligent about this. They're very intelligent about their needs. They need to be massaged. They like being pet and scratched. And so, as a cat owner, it's not your job to determine that for them. Your job is to be furniture, to feed them, and to be massage therapists. That's it. That's your job. And so, as long as you do that, they love you. And they're also not very grateful all the time. Cats are a little bit picky, but as long as you can kind of train them. But it's different than dogs. Dogs, you gotta like just do basic like Pavlov shit. Like just do basic. They're not stupid. They're actually smart. If they were stupid, they would be doing what cats, Dogs are way smarter than cats because dogs figured out that all you have to do is look cute and beg for food, and you'll get fed. That's smart. Cats, it's harder for. They have one move, which is go meow, 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 and start rubbing up against you. And if you don't like it, there's nothing else they can do. But dogs... You can say the same thing about dogs. It's so controversial. It's so controversial. Like cats or dogs. Okay, here's the most controversial thing you can ever say. And I'm gonna warn you. I'm gonna give you a trigger warning. I am gonna give you a trigger warning. This is the absolute most controversial thing you could ever say on stream. And it's probably not what you think it is. Mayonnaise or Miracle Whip? Boom! I just made the most controversial statement ever. Miracle Whip is pretty okay. That's the most controversial take ever. I think Miracle Whip is actually pretty enjoyable. I actually like it. I like Miracle Whip. And you know what? It lasts longer because I think it has like lemon juice in it. So like it lasts longer than mayonnaise. Miracle Whip? Miracle Whip? I don't know exactly what it is. It kind of tastes like tartar sauce, but it's not tartar sauce. It kind of tastes like Thousand Island, but it's not Thousand Island. It kind of tastes like ranch, but it's not ranch. You know what I mean? Miracle Whip, it's something that you just try and either you love it or you hate it. And that's cool. It's like being trans. It's very, very, very divisive in your community. But you rip off the Band-Aid right from the start. Because if you like Miracle Whip, it's GG. People who like Miracle Whip are only people who like Miracle Whip. It's like people who try Miracle Whip and don't like it are probably not going to like it at all ever again. Yeah, that's how it's spelled. It's Miracle Whip. WHIP. Miracle Whip. You're easy artist. You're his artist. You're his artist. I am an artist. You're an artist. But it doesn't really matter. Because everyone's an artist. But, words are cheap. Content is a spectrum. Yeah, Miracle Whip. Yeah, let me open a new tab. Let me open it over here first. Oh, why is this open? The hell's wrong with that person's stream? Okay, let's what was I opening up? Oh yeah, Miracle Whip. pull it up on off stream first. Okay, let me check the images first and see if there's anything on this page I can get. No, pretty much 100%. It's gonna be hard to like pull up a not safe for work or a TOS photo. Oh no, this is actually TOS. I just showed you something that's like illegal. Okay, and then they even have hot and spicy Miracle Whip. Ooh. Yeah, it's more like salad dressing. It's like the salad dressing version of mayonnaise. It's the salad dressing version of mayonnaise. I think it's pretty damn good. Especially on a BLT. I think Miracle Whip on a BLT is like the best combo. I need to fix that one. I'm gonna isolate that later. And actually because I'm losing like time on that one when I'm jumping. I need to figure out how to do that as fast as possible. Wow, Mike. There's a skip I don't know about. Where's the skip I don't know about? After the first checkpoint? Or did it glitch? Either there's a skip I don't know about or it glitched. Yeah, it's like a little bit, yeah, it's like more of a sweeter mayonnaise, but you know, it's like a salad dressing version of mayonnaise. You don't have it? You're gonna have to order it online. What country you're from, if you don't mind sharing? Yeah, I don't know. Miracle Whip is one of those things. They even had a commercial that was admitting that. See, this is a good example. I don't know where the commercial is. I might be able to pull it up on stream. There's a commercial. This is good marketing because they've ripped off the Band-Aid. They're not going to pretend that they're not divisive, that it's not controversial. Like Miracle Whip, they know that people hate it. So they're like, look, you either love it or you hate it. We're going to do good by the people who love it. And I think that's how you should approach your content. You should learn from Miracle Whip, from Kraft. They have 2 products, by the way, so they're not competing products. They're different product lines. One does better than the other. They might want to put more resources in their mayonnaise, like by a marginal amount, because maybe they make more money on their mayonnaise than they do on their Miracle Whip. So maybe they want to put more, more maximized efforts into making that recipe as consistently good as possible so they don't get lawsuits and shit. So they get more satisfied customers. I mean, that's really it. But obviously you don't want lawsuits with like people like returning products and shit and losing money. But if you have people who are more consistently satisfied with the product, you're going to sell more. And if Miracle Whip, the people who buy Miracle Whip are going to always buy Miracle Whip. They're a much higher lifetime value customer than mayonnaise. Because people who buy mayonnaise, they can buy mayonnaise from any other, like it's ubiquitous. There's a whole bunch of generic brands of mayonnaise. People aren't going to be upset if mayonnaise isn't like Kraft mayonnaise, right? Kraft is like the mayonnaise, right? It's the mayonnaise. They make the best. So, I mean, obviously it's up for, for opinion, whatever. But like their entire business is dedicated to mayonnaise. So like when they make, other products, such as Miracle Whip or like other, they also they have like mustard and ketchup or whatever, I guess. No, I don't think they do that. Maybe they do. I don't know. Like mac and cheese, whatever. Those are all side products because their main product was mayonnaise. And they're already set for life with mayonnaise because everybody needs mayonnaise and everybody thinks of Kraft when they think of mayonnaise, and they have the best looking label. But also, Miracle Whip's a harder recipe to get right. Because people already are very divided on Miracle Whip. But if you make a product similar to Miracle Whip, it's always going to be inferior unless you're like really good at unless you create a better product than Kraft. You know, that's Kraft. You know, Kraft can get away with Miracle Whip. You're not Kraft. Okay, so if you don't even have a mayonnaise, don't make Miracle Whip. I think that's words to live by as a content creator. If you can't push mayonnaise, you can't push Miracle Whip. That's not necessarily true. You might have you might be better at Miracle Whip than Kraft. That just might be the case. So if you can make a better Miracle Whip than Kraft, you don't have the name recognition, but you do have the recipe. Oh, okay. Like, was their CBR too high? Nice. Fuck! I was trying to climb up. Yeah, you have to set the stream settings, and maybe if it's from console, it's not as configurable. If you're on PC, you can use OBS, or you get a capture card and put your console into your PC, and you basically have a two-stream setup that way. You're gonna have more latency, but you're not gonna have as much encoding issues. So what you do is you don't have the console do the encoding. You have your PC do the encoding, and you get a capture card with HDMI, and you capture into your PC, and that way you can set up your overlay and everything. Or you can do remote broadcasting. I think PS5 and stuff probably does this. You can do remote. You can do like broadcast to an RTMP server, and you get modus. You can create a RTMP server on your own private network, on your own local network. And you create an RTMP server with Mona server, and you open up the ports as required by your, you have to like, ask your internet service provider on how to configure all the ports, all the port forwarding and all that. That's on you. But basically what you do is you get Mona server and you do an RTMP, and you basically send the video from the console or from the camera to the RTMP server. And then you load that into, and then you have that RTMP as a source on OBS, and that way all the encoding to going live, that goes to Restream, or if you're if you're like a Twitch streamer, hopefully you have a second account that you only stream on Twitch. That's what I would do, by the way. If I had like a sponsored deal with like Twitch that was like staff. And like it was all like by the books. In order to maximize my sponsorship ability, I would have to play by their rules. which means that I would have to have an account that's dedicated literally only to that sponsorship. And Rebecca Lauren is my alt. Which is, I mean, my alt is my main, let's be real. Everyone knows this. My alt is my main. But I have to make new accounts for sponsored deals because I can't have my alt account associated with brands. Do you understand? I don't know if every brand would. I mean, I feel like that's like a compromise, right? Not everybody's gonna accept that compromise, but I feel like that's like a little bit of a bargaining chip, right? A little bit. I mean, it's a chance. It's better than nothing, right? If I'm gonna have a bargaining chip, I'm gonna say like, hey, listen, I know that you really don't want to like sponsor me because of something on the internet or whatever, but hey, I will behave properly during the sponsored streams. I won't do anything that will go against your brand if you allow me to stream on a separate account for those sponsor deals. And somehow direct that traffic to a place where there's going to be actual traffic. I don't need the clout on my channel. I need the career. I don't need the clout myself. In fact, I would prefer if my channel stayed small. And if I still had it, see, I feel like that's the secret. If you keep your own channel small, but you keep your career options big, I think that's how you should run your business. I think that's how you should run your career as an actor or actress or anything like that. Because you are the brand, but people don't always want all of you. They only want part of your brand. And so I feel like as long as I'm doing my sponsored streams on someone else's stream, I don't particularly care. Obviously, if the sponsors don't care, then let's go, you know? If the sponsors don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck. Because I'm gonna run my stream however the fuck I want. I'm not breaking TOS. If I do, I try to fix it. I try to learn. I try to listen. But, you know... But, like, as far as behavior with sponsored streams go, I'm really good at, like, understanding the requirements and the limitations of any kind of human interaction. All you have to do is put it in writing of like topics to avoid. Give me code words or like little tells, like poker tells, basically. Give me little cues that if I need to like back off or whatever, but you don't want to like actually tell me in person or in a DM. If like you need to like, if it's a situation where you can't tell me that I'm like, hey, like calm down a little bit. I get worked up and I get passionate about things. But if I was, when it comes to like real life stuff, that's why I like, when I'm doing my own thing, I talk about whatever the fuck I want. But like if I'm on a job, I do what is expected of me. I am an actress. Do you understand? Like, that's the job, is to do what you're told, but also not be a puppet. Because you're there because they're trusting you to use your ability. They're not micromanaging you. If you were a puppet, you're only as good as the puppeteer. But they hire actors and actresses not because they want to control everything, but because they want them to interpret what they're doing in a way that benefits what they want. And they trust the person's ability to say, hey, this person's really good at this thing, but they're not so good at this thing. And so you try to maximize the things you can control and minimize the things you can't. Do I need to put my webcam on the top left for this game? I don't know. I think it's better if I put it on the top left. No, I'll keep it on the bottom right. Or what if I do this? What if I do this? Okay, what if... Okay, and then what if... I don't like it. There we go. Alright, let's go. Ooh, what is that emote? My mouse pointer's too big to read it. Yeah, my mouse pointer's covering it. My mouse pointer's too big. I can't read it. I can't read the first part. Lunar Ray, but like, what's the first letters? I can't read. How do I? Am I stupid? I'm trying to copy paste it. Oh, it's Lunara 51. Okay. Okay, let's try hard. Let's try hard time. Come on. Timing. Okay, here we go. Oops. Damn it! Is this Skies of Arcadia? Nice. Is it? No, it's Gungnir. I don't even know what that game is. Gungnir is a spear in Nordic mythology. I'm pretty sure Gungnir. It's like a weapon. It's like a spear. But usually, isn't everything in Nordic tradition like associated with like an actual like identity? Like it's like a person, and they're also like multiple genders, and also like they have like male and female forms or whatever. Isn't there something like that? Like it like in Nordic tradition and like in Nordic mythology, isn't it like that? Like it's not about like what they look like; it's about who they are, right? Isn't that what it is? Like Odin isn't like a one-eyed guy. But he's a one-eyed guy because that's the kind of guy he is. Isn't that it? There's a cat in the box? Aww. Aww. Cute little kitty cat. Aww. Aww. What is that, a Nicole emote? Sorry, inside joke. Not really an inside joke, but just like a... If you know, you know. Oktoas. If you know, you know. Hey, we're 1/3 of the way. No, we're. It's 20. Is it 10? 10 or 20? No, it's 10 million. Yeah, we're. No. No, we're nowhere near it. No, we're at 3 million. We're 1/3 of the way there. Never mind. We're 1/3 of the way there. So, we need to do what we did 3 more times. But it's faster. Now we're ranked up. Oh. Fuck. No! Okay, got it. For a second, I'm like, thought I was gonna fall. Fuck! I keep landing way too close. Come on. There's no way to do it there. Oh, fuck! There's gotta be a way to skip that. Tramampoline. The tramampoline. There's gotta be a way to skip the tramampoline. I'm just not really getting it. You gotta, and it looks like you have to do something like that. Oh. I'm so happy for your little cat baby. You just like, your life is so much more, you're like, you have a friend now. Like, I mean, not to say that you don't have friends before. What I'm saying is now you have, like, your life has changed forever. You have another, there's a creature in your life. That's amazing. Oh. Archman bro? Archman bro? Archman bro? Bruh. Yeah, I don't even know what's going on with these TikTok people anymore. You just like, you notice that like, it's usually younger people like in their like early 20s and shit. They'll act the way they do online in real life, which is so cringe. It's one thing to do it on TikTok, okay? It's one thing to act a certain way online. But if you're gonna act that way in real life, you got some issues. Like, dude, this is all fun and games. This isn't real life. This is supposed to be like a fun entertainment. Obviously, it's not all entertainment. There's like education and stuff too. But like, it's not supposed to be a part. Like, you don't act the way in real life as you do online. But if you're gonna like have, oh man, like I love that TikTok. Yeah, for real. Like all these like, you know, it's not you know, like usually there's the stereotype of like the white kid trying to be all cool by using like stuff that like a lot of black people say. Aww. Yeah, as long as the cat got in. Yeah, don't pet the, you know, basically you kind of want to let the cat kind of like look at the environment a little bit and kind of chill for a while. Might take a couple days. Might take a couple days or even weeks. You basically, okay, here's what you got to do. This is the thing with cats. This is the thing with cats. And this is actually really important. I wish more people knew this. Cats will kind of test things out, and if they get scared, they won't do it anymore. But it takes a bunch of tries. Like, they might think like, oh, well, maybe if I do it again, it won't do it that way. But they'll test it out, and they need repeated exposure. to the environment, telling them that they're not supposed to be there. Usually you get like a spray bottle, right? You get like a squirt bottle with water or something in it, and it like there's a cat that's been trying to get in my house, but I let the cat hang out in front because I'm like, I don't care if the cat hang out in front. It's almost like it's my cat. Like I don't want to own a cat, but at least I get to like, you know, hang out with the cat. It's like it's like an outdoor cat. It's like, but every time the cat comes inside to my house, I have to like shoo it out and like shoo, and then like what I do now is if the cat starts acting like it wants if the cat starts acting like it wants inside, you get a little spray bottle and you just kind of spray it, and after enough times it figures it out because it's not stupid, but it thinks that it can get away with it. That's what cats do. Okay, let's switch over back to chiptunes. Where's my water? Oh, oops, I forgot to, there we go. I have this cool program. Called Window Manager. It's not a virus. It's just it's an older style program, but it's on Softonic. I mean, unless you think Softonic is a virus. Or Softpedia, whatever the fuck it is. Basically, like open source or free stuff, or like shareware kind of stuff. I don't know. Freeware. But that's not like it's on someone's website, and it's not like a GitHub. It's like a binary package that they provide. Basically, like it allows you to set like. For example, let me show you for a second. I'm going to show you the other display capture. I'm going to show you the other monitor. So this is the other monitor. So if I bring this over here and let go, it'll snap back. OBS is here, but you can't see it. It's OBS. Then Chatterino. So if I bring it over, and if I press Control-Alt-Shift-0, then it disables that. But if I want it back, Control-Alt-Shift-M, well, 0 and then M. Basically, Control-Alt-Shift-0 disables it. I mean, I set this myself. It's custom. You can set the exact size and status, whether it's minimized or maximized, what the location on screen. So if I wanted to put that there, Control-Shift-M brings it right back. But if I keep it on, it'll just automatically snap back. It's really fucking awesome for like your side monitor. It's called Window Manager. It's really awesome for your chat stuff, for like everything that's gonna be in the same position all the time. And you can even set that like new Chrome browser tabs. You can set it. I'll show you the more advanced stuff here. Like let's see. Window Manager, where is it? Is it right here? Basically, oh yeah, let me switch the display capture back. Basically, you set a profile. You can just have it grab. You can just set it up as you want, and then have it just grab everything, and then save it. So you set it up yourself, and you don't have to manually go in and set it, which is cool. It just grabs it and sets it. But like, let's say like Restream Chat, for example, or let's go to, or even Window Manager itself. Like, let's say you want like stuff that like a file explorer, for example. What if you always want File Explorer to open up in a different window? In just a second. Okay. What if you always you didn't want it opening up on your main monitor because you're afraid of what might show up? Well, how about I do this? Let me actually do this right now because I've been meaning to do this. Go to pick, hold it down, and it'll highlight the window in red. And you just grab it. Go to File Explorer. And you go to window title is File Explorer. And you still handle it if it's changed. Program is File Explorer. No. Just if it's explorer.exe, it needs to be in a different spot. I have to play the game, so I'll do that afterwards. Fuck! Fuck! Okay, no, that... Okay, they can't kill you with their trail. For a second, I was like, wait a minute, is that a mechanic? Like, what if you could use your character to, like, if you're playing 2v2, and you have a support character that literally dies on purpose, and then the fire carries with them, and they can use the fire to attack the other teammates while they're dying. So they lose their run, but they help their main runner. So you have a main and a support runner. I think that's how 2v2 should work in this game. Like, that's the strategy. But I don't think that would be cool if they made that into a mechanic. So that anything that, like the flame stages, would have a huge mechanic. Of, like, using it in order to, like, drop onto other players so that they don't catch up to you. That would be so cool. God, I'm really screwing this up. Gotta get onto the edge. Okay, and then... Oh, I have to wait until it goes forward. The physics of it. Oops, I forgot to crouch. Oops. If you hold down slide while you're landing from high above, it won't stop you for a few milliseconds. Because if you land from too high, you have like a stun. Pinwheel. Pinwheels are hard. Yeah, the fire is sometimes hard to judge. It's just so fast. Like, it catches up to you way before you know it. Music's funny. There we go. Yeah, so that, it's becoming a cat hangout spot? Well, you don't need to complain. Yeah, for example, there's certain folders that I never want to have open on my file explorer, even with thumbnails disabled. You never know if I didn't disable them or not. Do not click on the videos folder. Even though I do have folders within the folder, but still. So what I need to do is then first of all disable the thing. I guess I don't have to. Oops. Put it over here where I want it. And I'm going to show it on stream, so that you can see how I'm setting it up. Oops. Oh, cool! This also solves another problem. if you Alt-Tab, it won't show the thing if you keep File Explorer open on a different monitor. I just figured out how that works. Holy shit, and I can keep it minimized over there too, so I don't even have to see it. So what I do then, I'm first of all, I'm gonna go over here. File Explorer. But what I'm gonna do is, where's Window Manager? Let me show. Okay, oh, I need to get it. Okay. Window Manager. I need to get it. Pick. Oh, it depends on what. Okay, never mind. It depends on where your mouse is. Okay, never mind. It doesn't matter where Windows Explorer is. So if I go to File Explorer and I go to Actions, it's just Explorer.exe. Move to go to Get, pick, Set. Did my camera freeze? Size. Yeah, so File Explorer will always open up minimize. Oops. Apply. And so now, if I bring over File Explorer. What? Oh, I didn't lock it. Okay. I didn't lock it. So what I gotta do, open up, you have to lock it so it snaps back to it. That's important. So you go to File Explorer, position, and lock position. Okay, so now, okay. There we go. Now it goes back. You can kind of you can circumvent it temporarily without pressing the disable button if you full screen. Oh, never mind, it doesn't. Okay, so now File Explorer opens up on the right, on the other monitor. So now if I open up File Explorer, or even I think if I start up new dialogues, no, if I try to open a file, I'm gonna be very, I'm gonna hide the screen for a second, just in case. But I'm gonna take a screenshot. Okay, but if browsing that image, okay, kept it on the right side of the screen, but yeah, I don't know. Just gonna make sure. I think there's other versions of this. So let's open up Window Manager again. Okay, pick this window. What is this window? It's image file. What the fuck? OBS. Oh, different window class. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to mess with that. So, there's some cool, crazy. You can really customize. You can really customize it. Okay, let's get back in. Windows 10, Alt-Tab on, let's go on different monitor. Oh, I can do that instead. It won't show all the stuff on the right, on the other monitor. That's good. That's one way to do it. And just click. Because then all the stuff on the right. Yeah, all the stuff on the right doesn't show up on stream that way. And then you can also see everything at once, really easily. Here's a program. I don't really trust this one. But it's on Stack Exchange, so it's the fact that it's still here and upvoted is probably safe. And how long ago? 2019? I don't know, I shouldn't have loaded up on screen without checking though. That was scary. That was scary. That could have been anything. But it's 2019 and it's Stack Exchange. Come on. There's a I trust it pretty hardcore. That made my heart skip though. Because that could have literally been anything. That made my heart, my whole life flashed before my eyes just now. I clicked on a website without checking it first. Jesus Christ. That's for Vista. Does it work on Windows 10? Oh, there's the last version. Oh, there's no Alt-Tab Terminator. Oh, you have to fucking buy this shit? Okay. I'll check it out. Oh, there's a kitten? Aww. I hope you're really happy with the kitty cats. I know I'm like I don't know. I don't I'm trying to like be happy for you. If I had cats, I'd be miserable. If I had kids, I would be miserable. I wouldn't be mad at the kids, but you know, it's a forced situation. Those kids need to be protected and taken care of and raised. That's not something I want to do. I would have someone else do it. So I think it's weird when people expect somebody who's a parent. And I know this is another problem that I think there's like a discussion that needs to happen because there's a lot of misinformation from like there's a lot of like battle of the genders kind of thing. Where people think that like it's wrong for a man to leave a relationship. But if he's in a toxic relationship, why should he have to stay just for the kids? So like, you know, child support's kind of one thing, I guess, but you know, like if the mom needs to pay child, I don't know, it's just whoever raises the kid should be the one who gets the child support. It's ridiculous that we assume that like a woman's job is to raise a baby. Like, what if she wants to go focus on her career? What if she doesn't want to raise a kid? What if she'd rather pay child support? And like, what if a dad like doesn't want to do that? Like, why is there like this expectation that like that he's a shitty person for running out? They say like they ran out on your family. It's not running out. It's just saying, hey, I care about myself, and I care about the kids more to be able to like say, hey, If I'm not going to be able to raise these kids, I'm not going to subject those kids to that. And it's really unfair that people will have like this attitude towards people who quote unquote walk out, quote unquote, because they just, what if it was a woman who walked out of an abusive relationship? Everyone seems to have no problem when it's like someone getting like an abusive husband and she leaves with the kids. Like, that makes sense, right? But what if it's not an abusive situation? What if that person just doesn't want to have kids? And they made a mistake and they thought they wanted to raise kids, but they realized they can't be a parent. And it's just ridiculous that people feel like they have to be like... It's not even like obviously it's not like a legal thing. It's more of like just these social expectations of people. Or it's like, if you do this, suddenly you become this pariah to so many people. They're like, oh, you walked out, you ran away from your kids. Like what the fuck? There are 3 known cats? What about the unknown cats? Okay. Not sponsored by Kraft. Wait. Is this even made by Kraft? Yeah, Kraft Heinz. Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make a BLT without lettuce, because I don't have any lettuce. Well, I did, but kind of went bad. So how are we gonna do this? What am I doing? How am I doing this? Here we go. This might do it. There we go. Okay. Move the keyboard out of the way. Oof. Okay, cooking stream. He just wasn't ready. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm reading what you wrote. Well, that's good. Yeah, it's good that he still visited and nobody like held it against him. So yeah, obviously case-by-case basis with people. I'm not really talking about like specific cases, and I really wish that it's hard for us to like forget that when we talk about stuff, we're talking about things based on our own point of view and our own experience. And the thing is we don't always share a lot of some of us aren't working with all the information. So like I'm not working with all the information. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of unwanted pregnancies out there. I really don't think it matters. I think it's the people who raise the child who matter. Especially if it's a loving home. I think that's what matters. I don't think it matters if they're a nuclear family, you know, like they work at the nuclear power plant. I don't think it matters whether they're a nuclear family, traditional family, whatever they want to call it. What if it's just one parent? Or what if it's two parents? Or what, you know, what if it's three parents? You know? Why is polygamy and polyamory so shamed? Why can't you just live your own life with the people you care about? And you have different relationships with every person. It's not like you have one, like, copy-paste relationship dynamic, right? Everybody that you're with in that family, like, why can't you have 3 parents? Why not 4? What if there's 2 families living in the same house that are really just one family, right? Like, it's really one family at that point, right? It's a chosen family. It's the people in your life that you choose to be in your life. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Oh, fuck. I'll be right back.